Hi, my name's Ilma, and today I'd like to share John 6, verses 1 to 14. Multiplication Miracle. After these things, Jesus went away to the other side of the Sea of Galilee, or Tiberias. A large crowd followed him because they saw the signs which he was performing on those who were sick. Then Jesus went up on the mountain, and there he sat down with his disciples. Now the Passover, the feast of the Jews, was near. Therefore Jesus, lifting up his eyes and seeing that a large crowd was coming to him, said to Philip, "Where are we to buy bread so that this may eat?" This he was saying to test him, for he himself knew what he was intending to do. Philip answered him, 200 denarii worth of bread is not sufficient for them, for everyone to receive a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, "There is a lad here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what are these for so many people?" Jesus said, "Have the people sit down." Now there was much grass in the place, so the men sat down, in number about 5,000. Jesus then took the loaves, and having given thanks, he distributed to those who were seated. Likewise also of the fish as much as they wanted. When they were filled, he said to his disciples, "Gather up the leftover fragments so that nothing will be lost." So they gathered them up and filled 12 baskets with fragments from the 5 barley loaves, which were left over by those who had eaten. Therefore, when the people saw the signs which he had performed, they said, "This is truly the prophet who is coming into the world." John 6, 1 to 14. And this wonderful miracle that Jesus did to a massive number of people, we become witnesses to God's power and provision. We see how Jesus tested his disciples what to do and how to solve the problem of feeding the multitude of people who had been following him for a miracle in their lives. Philip laid the financial side of the problem, while Andrew couldn't fathom how 5 barley loaves and 2 fish can suffice for the many hungry mouths. There were 5,000 men, but I'm sure there were also women that came along with these men. So let's presume that we double or triple the size. It must have been 10 to 20,000 people present to witness and be recipients of Jesus' multiplication of 2 fishes and 5 barley loaves. This is massive and probably one of the miracles that many were witnesses and recipients of the bread and fish. This greatly shows Jesus' divinity and provision. Reflection. How can some people miss the miracles of Jesus even though they are recipients of it? They probably are focusing on what to get rather than who the giver is. And we often do that in our natural selves. We tend to want to clamor for our selfish gain, our needs met. But one of the reasons why we can miss out the miracles, mind you, we always get miracles every day. We just don't see it because we're focused on getting more. We're focused on wanting more. Miracles like you decided not to go to a place and then you just realized that that place had a crash or a car accident. So that's a miracle that God saved you from that accident. That's a miracle. There are miracles that we don't know are actually miracles because we did not know the consequence or we were not aware what would have happened if we did or we insisted what we wanted. So those are some of the reasons why we miss the miracle of Jesus. Unbelief is another reason why we would miss. Because when we have unbelief, it's very hard to fathom or understand what is going on because you have no explanation. When we are very self-protecting, when we protect ourselves, we do not see the provision that is given to us. Because when we have a self-protection or a self-care or or depending on ourselves, we fail to trust the Lord. So when we fail to trust, we don't see things that are given to us. And everything that we have that is good, it comes from heaven. That's what the Bible says. So we miss miracles because we don't have enough faith. We miss miracles because we only want to get what we can get from it, but we don't really want to give glory to the one giving us the miracles. So I encourage you to reflect on this multiplication miracle of Jesus, and I encourage you to look into your life and see how much miracles that He has done in your life once you became a believer. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at Ilma'S.com for artworks and photographs, and I hope that you subscribe to this channel so I can make more videos for you. God loves you so much. Stay trusting Him and you will see all the miracles. God loves you.